I thought maybe between sessions I'd get around to doing some grinding, and I didn't. I haven't touched this game. This is literally exactly where I left it off from. I thought about doing it, and I still could if I just took a little bit more time between sessions, but I mean, I've probably got 2 streams left of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm doing like the last little smidge of boss cleanup in Bloodborne. And there's Ghost of Yotei that's coming out next week, so that'll start taking over my life once that's out. But until then, it's really just the last little bits of cleanup in the other couple of games that are going on here. Meanwhile, Xenosaga is the one game that I've got going on right now that has some real meat to it. So I was like, you know what? With a little bit of time tonight, I do kind of want to see where the story goes from here. It's also been like a month since the last time that I used my 3D printer at all. It's probably been at least a couple or a few months, something like that here, since I used a 3D print cam. And I designed this layout in mind for having a second camera. That's what this space here is. That, and it would look silly if, you know, the bottom, like, cover art there, I just stretched to be tall enough for here. So, I did design this with a 3D print cam in mind, and I just haven't printed anything this whole playthrough. And I thought about printing something related to Xenoblade. Like, maybe at some point I'll look into printing one of those full-size Monados. It's just like a general playthrough project. Maybe. I'm gonna need to keep an eye on my printer and make sure that it's doing okay. And if there's some long cutscenes, then I can look over and make sure that the machine's doing okay. And yeah, something else to be doing there. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a big project one day. For now, I was just kind of racking my mind. I don't know, what can I print? What do I want to invoke into this world? I don't really need to invoke anything into this world. But then I was thinking, you know, next month is going to be October, the spooky month with Halloween and stuff. And I wouldn't mind, well, I'm forgetting my buttons here. I was just playing Bloodborne the other day, so I'm used to hitting this to confirm. Since using the same controller for that as well. Halloween's gonna be next month, and part of me kind of wants to decorate my truck in a bunch of like spooky Halloween themed things, because I think that would be kind of funny. Ow. Wow. Oh my god. Maybe I should have grinded since last time. Holy shit. I kind of want to decorate my truck in like some spooky Halloween stuff. Like maybe I'll go get a skeleton and put it behind the driver's seat, because I think that'd look really funny with a old antique truck. I'm also thinking that the game looks like it's a little bit loud compared to my speaking volume. So I'm going to turn it down a smidge here. Bring my microphone a bit closer and make sure that things are okay. And I don't know if any dust would have accumulated on my print bed there, and if this first layer might not adhere on properly because of that. But anyway, I'm printing a spooky scooter is what I'm doing. That can move around, in theory, when it's done here. So, we'll see. Wow, so they do like 110 to me. I'm doing like 27 to them. Well, in total, I'm doing about the same as them. Wow, maybe I really should grind before next time. And maybe this will be a short stream of Xenosaga, and it'll be like, get pranked, I'm switching to something else tonight. Well, that was some good damage there. Maybe you just suck chaos. Looking okay-ish so far. I actually need my glasses to see in detail that far. Because it's always the first layer that you need to worry the most about. Make sure that it sticks properly on there. Looking maybe okay. Oh, I'm sketched out. Let's see here. Whoops. I fat-fingered a couple buttons there. What the heck is going on here? No, one of the pieces is already peeling. Very slightly. I don't trust it. I don't trust it to successfully print that. Maybe this was all just one big mistake of a stream. Most of it was actually printing okay. But, when there's just a little bit of peeling on the, front area here, which is kind of difficult to see. You can see it kind of peeling up there a little bit. There's a little bit of peeling around here, which might look minor right now, but can be disastrous later here if it keeps on compounding and stuff here. As more stuff gets added on there, and then there keeps on being more leverage by it drawing on the top there, and it slowly goes off. other build plate that has been facing sideways and presumably not collecting dust. Hey, yikes. Okay, well, there's some good damage there. There it be. I am getting Twitch whispers from an account I've never seen before that is clearly not a bot, saying, "What's up, dude?" twice. If you're a real person in this stream, you can say so in the stream chat, but otherwise I'm convinced that that is a bot. Here, boop. Boop. Man, what the heck? At least Junior's doing some good damage. Oh, I might be able to look through the menu and see about enhancing the speed of some of his tech attacks, potentially.
Okay, let's go.
We'll see. Also, my right hand has still been killing me here. So, we'll see what I end up feeling like. Hold on, let's dip into... Well, that might actually respawn that guy. Well, let's dip into here quickly. Let's actually have a little bit of a look-see. Just a wee smidge of a look-see here. Because I could greatly increase your DPS if I just Storm Waltz, Coin Shot attack. Well, I want to have one thing that I can do in the meantime. Prelude to Battle, Line Pierce, Line Spirit. Attack with a Spirit Gun. I don't know what the difference is here. Here, Prelude to Battle, sure. That. Whichever one it is. Well, they both count as far because Junior's the special case here. So I could just assign Prelude to Battle for both his things here, so that he can always do a thing. So it's not like I need to have a faster one of near and far. So I don't have any Storm Waltz things. Here, these can be Storm Waltz, and Prelude to Battle can be my general short one, or something or other here. Is what can be the case. Sure. Well, no more tech points there. Then, do you have much in the way of ether points? Probably not particularly, but, grab some droopy plastic off of there quickly. Hold on. The using this here. Yeah, I wouldn't have enough to be getting anything else here at the moment. Would not be the case. Okay, well. I think I'm gonna dip back here. I'm going to use, oh my goodness, another one of these, because I have lots. They're pretty cheap anyway. And then I could save there, or I could do the lazy approach and just save state here, which is what I think I'm going to do. Durandal. Yeah, I just want to keep an eye on this first layer. In fact, okay, before that guy goes after me, I can slow it down for the first layer, just so that it's a little bit more careful. 60% speed instead of 100% speed. Go slow-mo. Might be a little bit appealing. Maybe I won't do a 3D print cam this stream. Maybe I won't be playing much Xenosaga this stream if it looks like I really do gotta be taking time between sessions here. What?
They're here.
No.
They're here.
No.
Okay, here we go.
Well, if I'm going first, I might just go ahead and say, see you later.
All right.
So I might just do. Just sketches me out a little bit. Any, like, extreme edges during 3D prints can be really subject to peel. There was a pot that I was thinking about printing, but it's gonna take, like, 7 hours. Uh-oh. And I'm not gonna be streaming for 7 hours this stream.
I guess there's no choice but
So I figured I would not do that. Well, there is a choice, and the choice is to skedaddle on out of here. See ya. Yeah, and they immediately boost. How do they already start with boost points? I have to build them up in battle. That's not fair. Please enter your destination. Well, I need to go to the Elsa, So that's hangar, right? No, that's dock, right? I'm pretty sure. I've also been watching a little bit more of the Xenosaga anime. I got up to episode 4, which is like where they're on the Durandal going up to the freaking whatever the heck institute. Why am I blanking on the name right now? So this way, right? And yeah, it is definitely okay, well that's not it then. It's definitely a decent bit different than the game, and not in a good way, I don't think. Oh, you're friendly dudes, okay. But the Elsa seems to be locked from the inside. I'm pretty sure the Elsa has an elevator for cargo. Like, for example, in the anime, when Cosmos gets onto the Elsa for the first time and end up rescuing Shion and Alan there. Oh, you're an enemy. Okay.
Well,
Ziggy and Momo are already on the ship, and then it spends the next episode detailing how they got there. And then the frickin' UTIC organization comes after them, and we still have that scene of like the UTIC organization in a ship attacking the Elsa. It's just that instead of Ziggy and Momo getting on the Elsa then, they were already there then, and we spent the earlier bits of the episode doing a recap of getting up to that point. We never go into a Gnosis in the anime. Instead, Cosmos is just like, yep, I directed the ship here because I know that there was a Zohar emulator there. There was a familiar signal, so we went here. And then she goes and does the suck on them all, and then, like, wow, Zohar emulator, and Junior gets there in the Durandal around the same time, and all the heroes come together, and it's like, hey, how are you doing? And you hear about Junior having fought some UTIC guys, because he mentions that ammo is low when he's fighting the Gnosis, since he spent a whole bunch on UTIC. But we never actually see that. Not much happens with the Gnosis. And I'm realizing with the anime version that things don't really have that much weight when they happen so soon. Like when it's so lightning paced because I have to compact things down to fit it all within like a 12 episode anime. So for example, in the game here where we go into that field full of Gnosis, it's like, holy shit, we haven't seen these guys for a while and we know what an insane threat they are, so this is like super serious. But in the anime, it's like episode 2 is like the initial Gnosis attack and the whatever the heck, the Woglinde being destroyed. And then we immediately have Gnosis again in episode 4. At least I think it was 4, not 5. And it's like, okay, well, here they are again. Big whoop. I guess this is going to be a thing that just keeps on happening. And when it's so close together, it just doesn't really have that much impact. And I kind of tune out of it. And I'm very much understanding why I was never able to finish watching it when I tried watching it on my own time back when. Like, it is so lightning fast that, like, I get it because I've been playing the game, but if I wasn't playing the game, I wouldn't get it, and things would be so fast that it feels like they wouldn't have narrative impact. Is there no way to get to that ladder there or anything? Oh, this one might be printing it okay. We'll see. There's a maintenance elevator? Yeah, what? Can you give me any hints about where to go there? What do you want? There's no place for people like you to be wandering around. According to communication with HQ, it seems some people on the ship have escaped. Well, what the heck? Seems to be locked from the inside. Pretty sure that Elsa has an elevator for cargo. My hint is elevator for cargo. So I would think go on that ladder, go down, around, and into the elevator for cargo. But I don't know where that is. Who the hell are you?
Freeze!
What? Like, I don't know. I might end up looking at that long play again immediately. I think whatever tab I had for it might be closed. Or is it? Did I leave it open on... No, I don't think I did. Let's go ahead and navigate to YouTube here. And then I do Xenosaga Episode 1 Long Play Part 2, and then the one that I was looking at should come up here. I think this World of Long Plays might have been the same channel that I was referring to for my Final Fantasy VII series. Maybe. I could be going crazy. This could be something completely different. But it definitely seems familiar there. I think I looked ahead too much. But yeah, if I can get to at least a point where I have Cosmos in the party, that'd be great. Look, they make it to the ladder. Whoa, 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 wait. Hold on. So they have this party. They fight that dude. Wait, and then they what? Oh, this is a completely different area. Because I was thinking I might have to take the train somewhere else. But if so, where? Because I would have no hints about where it would be, and I don't really feel like choosing everyone until I find the correct place that I've got to be. Okay, they assign some points to buff some stats. They use a bunch of these upgrades, which I should probably use. I'm not really going to care that much about conserving them in this 2002 PS2 game that I'm emulating. So that's something that I should do between sessions at some point here. That's kind of cool. But, okay, so they go to the hangar. But is it just for optional stuff? And then they assign points. Why didn't they just keep on doing that before they went to the hangar? You weirdo. Whatever, you know a lot more about this game than I do. I trust you. Also, once again, between sessions, I did look into, is there just like, rather than a specific combat guide, is there just any guide at all for Xenosaga on YouTube? Not as far as I could find. I just have a bunch of playthroughs come up. Armory key. I guess this game is so niche that there isn't any actual proper guides that anybody has made, at least in video format on YouTube. Yeah, you're going around getting all the decoders that I don't care about. And then they go to the dock. So is there something that they do here? So they fight the robot down there, who's probably decently tough. Oh, the robot's blocking a thing. Oh. Okay, so it's not a robot that's just completely there randomly. Or eggs. Wouldn't just be a robot. There's presumably people in these. I just saw it and thought, big robot.
Do you really think this is a good idea?
Maybe it'll print okay. I'll check in on it shortly. Gertzog. Oh, yeah, not getting the dude in the back there. 0 with a crit. I mean, maybe the feather bending will do something? 42, huh? I mean, do range stuff then? And that'll probably do more damage? Okay, well, it finished the first layer. Let me just get up here. Might be okay. But my nozzle might be over extruding a little bit of plastic, so I'm going to turn that down a little bit. I am at 100% extrusion factor. I'm going to set that to like 96 here instead, because I'm getting a couple clumps in there, which I hope doesn't contribute to any potential peeling later. I'm going to leave it at 60% for now. So how did I do the coin thing again? Guess I don't necessarily need to. Only 52, man? 196. Wow. Oh, that was a lucky miss. You get a couple actions here, man. Oh, and you're boosting. I can't do any boosts right now. I wish I could. Oh, yikes. I was debating about healing, but like, you know what? Commit here for now. Definitely go in on the attacks while critical is up. In fact, I'm realizing that if I save a couple AP to have like 6 AP in general, then even if I keep on using 4 each turn, I can spend the full 6 when it's like crit up, for example. This is what I can definitely do. Okay, well maybe I do this because yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Very scary, man. I'm not doing any damage there. I'll do some with Prelude to Battle. How much health, man? What the heck? Oh, that's lucky. Okay, just... Arrow Lunar Seal. Ooh, that was some good damage there. I do have a boost that I can do now. We'll see if I can even print this. I feel like there's a good chance that it just doesn't. Okay, well, things should be decently safer now. Now I definitely have to do this. Because, yikes. Open ether circuit. Scary, man. Okay, well, pretty sure my enemies can still get me if I'm in the back, just with reduced damage. But I can't seem to do the same. I guess I can try doing the square thing, but I don't know if it'll make much difference considering Junior's ranged no matter what. Yeah, you are much less scary compared to the dude in front here. Also, you get to use your back guys to attack. Unlike me. Alright, well, here, do this. Shion can heal in a second here. I can boost with Junior at some point. Maybe I should do that with, like, the crit rate up? Or no, it immediately switches each time anyway. Okay, well, I'm learning here. Yeah, so whether I do square or triangle, it's gonna do 0 damage. It looks like. And you're boosting. Okay. Let's do this and we'll be fine. Yeah, whenever I'm printing with, like, thin pieces, it always makes me nervous. Plus, when I also haven't 3D printed for so long, it was kind of a last-minute decision, like, I designed this layout in mind to have 2 cameras. I should actually use it for such a purpose, because I keep on not. Yikes. I'm gonna keep on glancing over there, because it makes me nervous. We'll see how long it goes before it probably fails, honestly. Miss. Imagine, though. Alright, well. Yeah, just for the sake of Prelude's bow, which can actually do damage. Come on, you've gotta be getting low, dang you. Yeah, you're doing some good damage here, Chaos. It's real good with you. Okay, and then finally this guy. That should be easy in comparison. Words, man. We're gonna use them. Blast. Also, with differences with the anime of Xenosaga, a lot of stuff I'm also noticing has just been cut out. Like, the whole docking somewhere else first and seeing the stuff with Commander Cherenkov. And since Virgil is the one that's in there in the anime and not Commander Cherenkov, that means that we just don't get, like, that whole arc with Cherenkov. So at first I thought, like, maybe there would be an equivalent thing with Virgil. Like, they'd put that in its place to serve the same narrative purpose, potentially. And that Virgil would die around, like, when there was, like, all the Gnosis coming. And right before we retrieved the last Zohar emulator there. But nope, he's still raring to go. And the whole stuff with Cherenkov there seemed like it was probably pretty decently important to the plot of this game, I would imagine. This game spent a lot of time on it. I would have thought it seemed pretty decently weighty to this game's narrative, but it's just cut out completely from the anime version. So I'll probably keep on watching the anime just out of curiosity. I want to wait until I get further in this game before I watch the next episode. I don't want to spoil myself on anything. And speaking of spoilers, there have been, like, mentions of a couple things in episodes so far that seem like they might potentially be spoiling things early. Things that I'm not going to say what they are because they're concepts that haven't come up in the game yet. But there have been, like, some offhanded comments by characters that seem to imply other things are going on. Oh, and think about the other things that are implied to be going on. That's another thing that the anime is missing here sometimes. Like, a Gnosis coming and Chaos dissolving it and being like, oh yeah, we all just have our own skills. That doesn't happen in the anime at all. And you're wondering, like, who the heck is this character and what is his purpose? So it's just very odd. As is, I don't think that I can recommend the anime unless, like, you're familiar with the game and are just kind of curious. But so far, it's odd. It is very odd. The game definitely seems like the much better experience here thus far, and I presume it will continue to remain that way. Here, this way. Past that dudo there. And then we go this way. So it wasn't taking that one ladder down, it was going around here and taking that ladder up. What? Did that one guy get alert to me somehow? Okay. I've got Bloodborne on the mind. Hold that button to go up the ladder faster. Is what I'm thinking here. What? What? Oh, I have to hit right. And then this is the... Oh. Looks like you can get to the roof of the Elsa from here. Jump over? Oh, I would have thought that I would have to go, like, from underneath or something like that. But okay. Okay. I'm really nervous about that peeling off. I don't think this print is going to be successful, but we'll let it ride and see what comes of things, is what we shall do. I'm getting more Twitch whispers now saying, I really enjoyed your stream, keep it up. Again, if this is a real person that's watching the stream, feel free to let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I feel like this is probably just some automated bot that the moment you chat to, it'll try to plug some sort of malware.